today's show. So it was crazy, Anne-Marie, absolutely crazy. Guys, I've got a quick video to play. Empty is our saviour. Absolutely, Jay. So, do you know, I wish I had a soundboard because I'd play this. I love this.
I need hot maze! Go on, let me delete this. I need hot maze!
There you go, you heard the CLA one, guys. We need heartness around these ways. I tell you, I swear to God, I wish I had the soundboards. Every second I'd be like, heartness! Get him in! You can always count on CLA, can't you? Thank you, everybody, for all the love. Oh, what's the poll for? Let's have a look at the poll. Let's have a look. Yes, Team Red assemble. Heart miss, please. Tap the screen. Buckle up, buttercups. Hold on to the pom-poms today. Because it's going to, thank you, Rain. Happy Friday. And everybody that's sending me the wristbands and the heart mirrors, thank you so much. Everything is appreciated round here, whether it's a tap, a rose, a happy Friday, a lion, a troll comment. I love it all. I welcome it all because it all helps. Do you know what I mean? Right, guys, we need to get up to 150k and then we will get straight on in with the FYP. Thank you, Rain, Nat, Brad. Thank you very much. Good morning. Was that just Bubblegum? I love that name. Oh, thank you, Rain and Trudy. Thank you. How come I got people in the box already? What are you waiting to get the box for? What's happened? Thank you, Jane and Kay. How are you getting on with the microphone? I've got a microphone, darling. I just need an extra bit of equipment. Thank you, Danny boy. Happy Friday to you, my love. Jane Shrimpy. I've almost got all my equipment that I need, so, and it's not going to be a problem. TikTok Studio is a different situation. I'm still staring at it over there. Bless Luke. He spent all that time coming down, setting it up for me, and I ain't even used it yet. Thank you, Big G, me Julie, and who else? Oh, thank you, Jane, love. Laura sent Community Fest. Thank you, darling. Do we need a J sub emoji? I'll get a J sub emoji. I'll get a J sub. Yes, Jane Marie, you okay, darling? Right, guys, so it's Friday again. We love a Friday around these ways. So tomorrow, guys, I'm having tomorrow morning off. I'm not going to make a habit of having days off, be a part-timer, but I'm just really busy for 6 weeks, you know. Yeah, I'm busy for the 6 weeks, so there will be a day here and there that I won't be able to come on. I'm sorry about that. Once the 6 weeks, we've got 4 weeks now, I think, left. We'll go back to normal Monday to Friday, the occasional Saturday. Jessie, darling, thank you for the subscriptions, love. Thank you. But I am only taking days off because I have, you know, my granddaughter. Thank you. Happy Friday, Mumsy. Thank you, darling. Yes, Miss T. So what was I going to say? So tomorrow I can't make it. So Delisa Banji has kindly offered to do the FYP for me tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So everybody's got somewhere to go. You don't have to, do you know what I mean? But I love it when she does the FYP news for me and she puts the red wig on and everything else. So if you do want to go over and watch Angie at 10 o'clock in the morning too, when she does the FY, please go over there and support her and show her the love that you would show me. Do you know what I mean? Yes, you know, when you're over there, you know, show some Miss Red, Team Red love, a heart me, you know, a tap, a little gift. Do you know what I'm saying, guys? Because she's doing me a favour. Because if she didn't cover for me tomorrow morning, thank you, Mumsy, darling, and Crizzle, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. So thank you, Angie, for covering tomorrow for me. Yes. I tell you what, me and Clover was in hysterics, not last night, the night before, when she drank the Flea Fanta. She drank some Fanta Flea, and it was hilarious. You had to be there to laugh, but we were crying, we were. Yes, guys, we've got another 50k to go. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm crying. Absolutely crying, and she had that rant about Prince Charles. Thank you, Hayden. Thank you, darling. It was TikTok gold. I was rolling around on the bed. Someone was like, what are you laughing at? You know, I was like, it's Anne. She's killing me off. I can't go. So, yeah, so she'll be doing 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, guys. And she does do a good job. Do you know what I mean? Yes. Fantafly. Yeah. Fantafly. Oh, Luke, darling. Thank you, Luke. You glad, Jason? Love you. Right, where are we? Let's have a look, guys. So we have, thank you, Luke, darling. He always spoils me, Luke. He spoils me. Oh, Luke, thank you, darling. Guys, let's get them Luke emojis because he's MVP at the minute, and MVP means most valuable player, but you're all valuable in this room, you know what I mean? Thank you, Funny. Izzy, thank you for your subscription. For those that have subscribed and don't know about this, on the 15th of every month when I get paid my subscription money, I do a raffle. So you've got a chance to win £50 cash. All right. So the more subs that I get, the higher the prizes, basically. Do you know what I mean? Last month it was £100, so we give it away to 2 people. This month it's 50. So the more subs we get, the higher it goes. Yes, because I like sharing. Sharing is caring. Do you know what I mean, guys? Unless it's the crabs. Keep them fuckers. Do you know what I mean? Yes. Right, I am going to issue a trigger warning. For this live. Yes, Mimi. Yes, keep the grabbles. I am going to issue a trigger warning for this live because we do talk about thank you, Kate and Debbie and Julie. We talk about sensitive situations. We bring up sensitive and triggering subjects. However, I'm not going to be one of these creators that says trigger warning every 2 minutes. You know, we are adults. We are in control of our own feelings, in a sense of if you feel triggered, please exit the live. Do you know what I mean? And also, if we open the box and it gets heated, you have the opportunity to jump out of the box. You know, you can click the cross and you're out the box. Do you know what I mean? Yes, we'll have this red allowed it to get a gang up and da-da-da-da-da. You can leave the box. You know, you're not held as a prisoner. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be a lively one today. That's why there's so many people in. Something's going to crack off today. I can feel it in the waters. Do you know what I mean? Right, guys, we're popular number 15. I am going to do a little bit of begging now, guys, because obviously, you know, I am a little bit of a beggar, not going to lie, for 2 hours of a morning. Please, we've got 3.3k people. If you could spare a heart me, a tap, a comment, even if you want to abuse me a little bit, it all contributes and helps towards the popular, and a little bit of pocket money for me, so I can get some Chinese food later because it's a Friday and I fell off the wagon with the Chinese foods. I'm all about it again. Oh, thank you, MT, darling. Thank you, love. Thank you. Yes, Denise, I fell off the bandwagon. I'm back on it. Luke, piss off. Thank you, Lexi, darling. And also as well, guys, I'm looking out for some new mods. So when I see regular people in the room, I have been modding you up. You don't have to gift me. You know, I'm not about that. I mod people that are actively in my room every day if I see you. So we have got a few. Top girl, don't even trade with me. We have got a few extra mods, so hello to the new mods. And the only rules are, if we've got any derogatory comments towards any communities in the chat, out. If there's anything towards yourself, if you feel like you're being bullied or, you know, harassed, you also have, you know, the right to block or mute people that are, you know, targeting you. Can we please send heart Miss Reddy's having a starter with her Chinese tonight. I don't even have starters, Luke, stop lying. Oh, but guys, I have like invested in the healthy Chinese food option. So rather than egg fried rice, I'll have boiled rice, bland, I know. I'll order the broccoli vegetables. I love the broccoli vegetables. And what else do I have? Sweet and sour chicken. I get bullied by these like daily. I block everybody. Oh, Jay, darling, Jay, guys. Justice for Jay. Thank you, Dean and Eddie. She has a terrible time, guys. I tell you what, being in this clique, the Illuminati of TikTok, we are TikTok Illuminati around these ways. Thank you, Grizzle, darling. Maria, thank you. Yes, everybody has a terrible time. Thank you, Claire and Claire. Justice for Jay. Sold a soul to the clique. Well, yes, masterminds of TikTok, we are. Thank you, Queen. Happy Friday. Yes, we control the whole of TikTok. Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Shane's girl. Right, Alexa, play the BBC News theme. Mwah. Love you too.
BBC News theme by TV Theme Tune Factory on Amazon Music.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Hold on to the pum-pums and the winky woos. Yes, we're all naughty new news around these ways on a Friday. We're going to have FYP news, gossip and opinions. I am going to issue, thank you everybody for the love, a trigger warning, because it will be a triggering live. We are going to cover some sensitive subjects around these ways. Oh, go to bed. No, thank you. No, I won't go to bed. Oh. Alexa off, you bitch. When is that? When's what? Don't know when what is. Mods, if we do have some sensitive things said, could you just pin a trigger warning, guys, please? Because you know I get slagged off for it. Fuck the haters. Right, guys, what we're going to start with today, let's have a look in the little pink pads. Yes, I just want to play this again. Listen to every word CLA says, because she's absolutely right on this one. I'll give her this.
I need hot maize! Go on, I need hot maize! Go on, let me delete this fucking app. Maize! Go on, let me delete this fucking app. Don't ever. I need hot maize!
There you go.
Let me delete this
Listen to what CLA is telling you. Well, what we're going to start with first? Oh, I like this woman.
No, I don't.
So this is Chrissy 50 and Cranky. She's from Australia and she watches the Miss Red show. She watches quite a lot of shows on the UK TikTok. I'm crap at accents, by the way. But she made a prediction about the Big Brother house. She said it's not going to happen, all right? And she was fucking right, weren't she? I mean, it's been delayed and everything. You know the fucking story. And here she is, obviously gloating because she's entitled to do that. So yes, here we go. Love this woman.
I want to come on here and say to you, I told you so. My crystal ball was correcto, but here I am. I was right. I told you. I said yesterday. I said to you. I said it's not going to go ahead. I said it's going to be absolute debacle. The creator of the idea, which was a bloody top idea, I must say, but he just needed to get his ducks in a row, and I just don't know if those ducks were quite, streamlined. But good idea nonetheless. Last night in Miss Red's room, he came on to explain the reasons behind it and had the cast of thousands come in and have their say, some quite vocal. Oh, Luke's a good little character, isn't he? I've not known a lot about the old Luke, but I'll have to look into him more. He was very loud. Oh, hurt my ears.
Justice for Luke being called Claire Balding. I didn't know who she was, but I'm not going to lie. I had a picture sent me and I pissed myself. We love Luke.
I just wish that they would all take their time in talking. You know, they could have a 5-second, I'm going to talk, your turn type thing. But, oh no, they talk all together and it hurts my ears. Luke, very interesting. Zach the Brat healed his own. Oh, he wasn't going to be enticed in saying anything that he didn't want to say. Angie was there. Pearl popped in for a quick memento. Ooh, ripped into Zach. But, look, Miss Red, well, she just held her own. She did look a bit worried at times.
I was fucking petrified.
When Zach popped in, but there you go. We'll have to keep her updated, keep abreast of what's going to happen, if anything.
Oh, I love that woman. She's amazing. Yeah. So if you don't follow her, guys, her name is Chrissy 50 and Cranky. Love the accent. Wish I could do it.
I need hot maize. Go on, let me hot maize. Go on, let me. I need hot maize. Go on, let me.
Sorry, everybody. I'm obsessed with that. Oh, I broke a little sweat. Yes, got a little sweat. Oh, God. Oh, this was hilarious. Where's it gone? So, obviously, I'm going to play it. I am. Every morning, I'm going to play it. Right, guys, so obviously we've seen CLA packing up her flat because obviously that only means one thing, that she's moving, which I wish her, loads of luck with the move. And please don't dox yourself in this house, darling, because we can't be going through this again, do you know what I mean? But yeah, Send her loads of love with the move, absolutely. However, she's got loads of suitcases. I don't know if you've seen all the suitcases she's got. She's got about, no word of a lie, about 15 suitcases. I've never seen so many suitcases in one's life, usually. Thank you, Angie, love. Thank you. We use boxes. So when she moves to this new place, I hope it's big, because she's got all these suitcases. Where's she going to put them? You're fake. Well, Jay, you can get out of here then. See you later. Don't let the door hit you in the face, okay? Alexa, play See You Later, Alligator. Yes? I'm not about it around these ways today. Don't even come in trolling me, because that's what you're going to get in front of 4,000 people. Yes? Right. Where we're going to go next. So this is CLA's new apartment in Mayfair, it says. So this is on the, excuse me, Jason Redshaw account. Everybody knows what this account is.
Chelsea Liard left her Chelsea apartment today and moved into her new open-air, beautiful plan apartment in Mayfair. You deserve it, Chelsea. You deserve it. Oh, Roots, darling. Somebody's affected.
That's wicked. I didn't see the end of that. I only seen it halfway through, otherwise I wouldn't have shown it. You did me dirty there, Jason. I didn't actually see the skip. I watched a couple of seconds of, oh yes, that's funny, we'll play that. I apologise for that. I did not see it all the way through. Nobody deserves to be in a skip, right? Nevertheless, it's fucking hilarious. Right, where are we going next? Morning, G, I did see you slip in, darling. That sounded a bit wrong, that did, didn't it? Oh, see you slip in. Oh, I'll have Denny after me now. Yes, morning, Jay. Right, where are we going next? Obviously, because we've got a lot to cover today.
How many things you do?
I will trigger warn this, because this guy needs to come with a trigger warning everywhere he goes, to be honest. Deidre tells Remy she's showing too much flesh. I tell you what, if my man told me I'm showing too much flesh, you know what I mean? There'd be divorce. Yes, a divorce, bags out the window. Ladies, gentlemen, never let anybody tell you that you're showing too much flesh, you know what I mean? We can never show enough around these ways.
Unless you've done this, boing.
I'll put my pyjamas are right there. I'll put my pyjamas on. I'll restart the live, shall I?
It's just because you're showing a bit of flesh. Hey, I'm off, man. Listen, I don't get involved with people like you. I'm a good guy.
Guys, I'm restarting the live.
How many times are you doing this? You've done this, boing.
I'll put my pyjamas are right there. I'll put my pyjamas on. I'll restart the live.
Do you know what, guys? I'm not Remy's biggest fan. Let me open the back door, because I'm absolutely shitting. It's the premenopause. Sorry, guys. He degrades her, and he tries to do it in a funny way. I've seen it quite a lot with him. Yeah, he tries to degrade her on live. I'm not her biggest fan, but nevertheless, he does degrade her. And I don't know how she's not seeing this. Oh, guys, my hair's all messed up because it's so warm here. It's devaluation in it. He mocks her constantly. I mean, at the end of the day, it's her choice to be with him. Obviously, she knows what he's like by now, but nevertheless, he's still a narcissistic control freak. Yes. Put it up, Miss Red. What am I putting up? Pin it up. What am I pinning? No sympathy for her. Who's got sympathy for Remy? Because he does gaslight her and he does try and embarrass her, but nevertheless, you know, she tolerates it. Happy face, yes. You feel bad for a sad face, no. Put your hair up. Oh, I can't, guys. I can't. Do you know what it is? Because I wore my hair up yesterday. Do you know when you get that pain in your head? I've still got that pain. Yeah, see, none of you were feeling sorry for her. He used to do it to Sophie Rose as well. I don't know how these women aren't seeing what a red flag this man is. I don't know how they're not seeing it. It's coercive control, it is. Been there, done that, wore the t-shirt. I see it. I see it. Sick is a sick man. Yes. Thank you everybody for doing the poll. Thank you very much. But ladies, gentlemen, if any partner ever tells you or tries to degrade you like that, please don't tolerate it, because you're worth more than that. You dress how you want, wear what you want, you know. Never let anybody tell you what to do. Never, never, never. Thank you, Freed. Thank you, darling. Right, so we're going to go on to the juicy stuff now. So all over the TikTok place, and I will put a trigger warning for this one, is the EQ and swearing shepherdess situation. So there has been a lot of talk about this morning, so I will put a trigger warning. So an account went into swearing shepherdesses yesterday, and the account appeared to be Evil Queen, and wrote some very, very derogatory comments in her chat, racist comments basically. Now there's speculation going around whether this is her account or not. So what I want to see is, right, I like to go on facts, okay? And whoever this was that did this, it's absolutely disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. You know, the lady's just sat there having her hair done, chilling. So yeah, we'll just play a little bit of this. It says EQ in swearing shepherdess comments, and oh, that's the wrong one actually. Let me, is it this one?
Being a racist. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But you hate me because you ain't me. It's true, though, isn't it? Indian. Oh, yeah. Now we're getting deeper. Didn't know this was Knowsley Safari Park. Really? What you trying to imply?
So, comments that were made were, didn't know this was Knowsley Safari Park. I think an emoji was spammed, and other derogatory things as well. You can see it on the FYP, guys. I don't really want to repeat what was said, but yeah, so carry on watching.
All animals, yeah, is that because we're all black, yeah? We've heard it all before.
The new bracelet that is. Wow. But you're the one in the safe.
Oh, well, there it is. Andrew, leave. Go find your dingle dangly, Andrew, and get out. What are you still doing here, Andrew?
What are you still doing here?
Andrew! Walk on.
Well, go and put KFC in the car.
Bye, Andrew.
So obviously Laura's sat there having her hair done, chilled out, and an account comes in. My hair looks messed up today, I'm so sorry guys. An account comes in and it appears to be an Evil Queen account. It's got a 29 level gifting badge. Now Evil Queen is saying that this isn't her, but I know what you people are like on TikTok. You're all, you know, some of you are detectives and you'll suss it out eventually, right? But we're still going to talk about it anyway. But going on from that, okay, so off the back of the comments that Laura was seeing, she hit back with transphobia. Okay, now that is wrong as well. However, I will defend Laura here a little bit, because if you're walking down the street, right, and someone hits you in the face, you're gonna hit them back, right? Okay, and this isn't me condoning racism or transphobia. I'm not condoning any of it, but when she sat there and these things are being said in the chat, obviously it's really hurting her, right? So she's going back with the transphobia, obviously, because she's, you know, she's thinking it's Evil Queen, right? So she's going back at her. So what do I think about this? Actually, let's hear Evil Queen's reaction to what has been done. This account going around is Evil Queen, isn't it? Let's just do a quick poll. Do you believe, guys, right, that this account is Evil Queen? Happy face, yes. Sad face, no. I just want to hear what you guys have got to say about it. What do you guys believe? And yes, we do a lot of polls around these ways, so please don't slag me off in videos saying, I can't believe she did a poll about that. It's what my life's about. We do polls continuously. Right, let me take, oh, how do I take that down? Quick poll. Happy face, yes, it's Evil Queen. Sad face, it's not. Okay, so it's interesting. It's a 50-50. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, my darling. Thank you, Angie. So okay, so a majority of you are thinking it's Evil Queen. Yeah, so it's not a lot higher, but it is winning. All right, so let's hear what Evil Queen has got to say about this. Just let me turn the light off, guys.
Level as well, and wrote racist remarks in Swearing Shepherdess's live. And it wasn't me, I've not been there Swearing Shepherdess's live. So somebody is going around pretending to be me, writing derogatory things about bananas and things like that. They do it to me as well. Yes. Level as well.
So there you go, guys. That's Evil Queen denying that it's her account. And I've got to be honest, right, because I ain't just gonna, you know, jump on the back of things because it's somebody that I don't get on with or somebody that I don't like. I'm not sure. I don't know. All right. So the argument here is, right, that Evil Queen's name is all spaced together, so there's no gaps in the name. Okay. But the account that went in, there was gaps in it, so it was a crown, evil, space, queen, space, crown, whatever it is, right? And there was also the 29 level gifting badge. But if you go onto the account that it was allegedly was, the name's spaced together. Okay. So I just want to put this to Evil Queen, all right? So if it isn't you, the way you can prove this is go into your edit profile and you're allowed to change your account name every 7 days. So you can put all this to rest by going to that edit profile and showing that you can change the account name now. Do you get what I'm saying? It takes, yeah, so if it wasn't her, she can change the name. You can do it again. I know that you can't edit a gifting badge, but the problem is with TikTok, there's so many fake accounts going around and so many edits and everything. What I wanted to see as well is a screen recording of someone pressing the comment, clicking onto the profile and going into the account. That's what I want to see, right? And I don't understand. Right, okay, go on to snooping. So just snooping, okay. Oh, it's because it's back to front. So, just snooping, it says here, 1st of August 2024, 21:19 screenshot. So, it's got the screenshot. So, if you go on to just snooping, it's there. All right, so I'm just going to show you the video that just snooping's put on. So, it's got her account with the spaces. Right, it's got another screenshot thing there. Hi, Jenna, darling. All right, so just snooping has put something on their page, okay? However, so this main account, right? So this main account hasn't got spaces in it, right? So the account that's been going around and the account that was in Swearing Shepherdess, that was in Swearing Shepherdess comments, okay, was, if you can see, crown, space evil, space queen, space Chelsea, a space and a crown. So that's the account, right? That's the account that went in there trolling. So Evil Queen's saying that this isn't her account, okay? Right, so where's that video? So there's a video here on Whispers and Winks, okay? There's a video here on Whispers and Winks, because this is the only proof that I could find that he could potentially be her, all right? So if you go on Whispers and Winks, okay? Video here that's posted there. Evil Queen's in the box, so it's got a crown, a space, evil, space, queen, space. You know, you Get me, right? So she's on that account in that live.
Do you think that you should be put into that house?
I think Randy should do whatever he wants to do.
I'm asking you, do you think that you should be placed in that house?
Yes. Yep.
Well, you were cutting yourself last week.
Do you think EQ, with everything she has said, should be put in the house?
I'm not going in.
So, okay, right. So, if you look at the people that are sending gifts, right, so go over to Winks and Whispers, guys. If you look at the people that are sending gifts to that account, there's gaps in the name. Okay? So watch. I'll try and pause it for you.
You're going to go in EQ.
Yeah, but I've dropped out. But your mental health is on the floor. You were cutting yourself.
So, okay, so there, I wish I could turn this round. So there at the bottom, okay, you've got female capo sent crown space evil queen space, sorry, crown space evil space queen space Chelsea space crown. All right, so people are sending that account name to that box.
Love, so how can you go into a house?
And they're also atting in the comments.
Do you think national national television would put somebody on a screen and just cut themselves?
So everybody, so I'm no detective, guys, right? This is just what I'm seeing. I'm no detective, okay? And like I say, I want the truth as well. I want everybody to get to the bottom of what has happened, all right? Because if this isn't her, okay, it's a pretty serious thing for somebody to do, but that account, okay? Hi, Angie.
Hi, Miss Red. I just wanted to. Sorry, I don't want to disturb you. I just want to add something to what you're saying, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, I just got up. The thing is, there is an account, like you were saying, that has spaces in her name. But also, you know, you've got two usernames. You've got one that you can change for 7 days and one that you can change for every 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, your actual username, the one that you can change every 30 days, you only can have one account per person. So say, for example, Delusive Angie 11, no one else can create another name with the same as mine, right? You can't do that. So, and her name, Evil Queen Baked Bean, is the same. So so in my opinion, it is her because no one else can have the same name as her. Does that make sense? But saying that, my only question was, can you get these edit apps where you can edit something? You know, because I said this before, that there's a message going around that I'd sent someone that. Yeah, and that is not from me. So can you edit something? And if you cannot edit like the gifting level and all of that and the followers, then it is her, because you cannot have the same username. And I've got a screenshot of her, in that account with that username. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it makes sense, right? So obviously the video that I've just seen, right, you've seen the video, people are sending gifts to that account that was in the box, right? With the spaces in between. Okay, so also as well, I know how fucked up TikTok can be, and people edit things, make accounts, go around doing sick things, right? And like you say, you received a message, or a message was sent to somebody and it wasn't from your account, was it?
Yeah, no, that's right.
So do you get what I'm saying? But in that video, gifts are being sent to that account and Evil Queen's in the box.
Yeah, exactly. But you could, like I said, you've only got one username. I'm getting confused. You only got one username, right?
This is me too, Angie. You know what I mean? You know what? I'm like, we're the same. You know, we don't. It takes us a while to work
but like I said, that you've got no one can listen. This is Delusive Angie 14 here, right? This is my username. I can change every 7 days. If you go into my bio, it's going to say Delusive Angie 14. No one else can have that same name as me.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the same with EQ. So if you look at the name she can change every 30 days, it's Evil Queen Baked Bean. No one else can have that same name. The one you change every 30 days.
Yeah.
So that suggests it's her. But I was just more, questioning the editing and stuff like that. I just wanted to say that. I'm just getting confused.
No, I'm right. If you go to this video, Do you remember when she was in Devon's boxes and you was in the live page, your goddess and Devon? She's on that account.
Yeah.
On the account with that name in there. And people in that account.
Yeah, but Miss Red, that's the name where it's got Evil Queen Chelsea. That's a name you can anyone can edit. That's a name that anyone can have because that's the username you can change every 7 days.
Yeah.
So if I was to go live, I could and I could change my name here to the same as to what she's got there. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a bit confused.
So in this video, right, and people can check on FYP, you can do your research. TikTok is full of detectives, right? On FYP, you can have a look at what account she was in, who was gifting the account. And on this video and many more, it's showing gifts going to.
I have a question.
Do you think EQ?
It's showing gifts going to that account that's got the spaces in, so it can't be edited.
Yeah, but that's not her login name, though, is it? That's her username. The login name you can't change.
I don't know, but TJ knows. TJ's here.
When I log into my accounts, that's my login. That's the one I change every 30 days. You cannot change that regardless. And when you look at the screenshot that I've got, that she's got her login name, which is Evil Queen Baked Bean, which is the same.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's not making sense.
So we've had our opinions on it. We know how TikTok works, and we know that people can edit these accounts and everything else, right? So let's get people in the boxes and let's have a discussion about it. But TJ did work something out, so we'll listen to TJ.
Hey up. So really quickly, this is the screenshots of the account that was gifting and saying all that stuff yesterday. If you have a look at the profile picture, you see the picture of EQ, or the cartoon picture of EQ, there with the two icons and the two air bubbles either side of that. So you can see that. And this is what was saying all those comments yesterday. I then show what her profile picture is, it's a different profile picture, but it's the same. You can see it's the Evil Queen Baked Bean. So that you can't change. You can't change that at. No. That's what you can't do. And then if I go back to that one, you'll be able to see it's exactly the same, the Evil Queen Baked Bean. And it's a different profile picture.
No, you're showing a different account. Please don't do that.
So let me just clarify. If you look at the first video, what Donna showed, Donna clicks the video that you showed where she's in that live. The person who's screen recording it clicks on the profile, and that's the banner that you can see. So if you compare that banner with the second video, what you showed, the one where she's in the live with Devon and stuff, if you look, both of them profiles are the same. It definitively can't be changed. So it's here. 110,000%. Don't even know what you want to throw on it. It's here.
Right, so MT, how do I flip my screen?
Go to what do you mean? So we can see your iPad.
Yeah.
Right, do us a favour. You know the very first video that you showed, Donna?
Yeah.
The very first one where you clicked and you see the screen record after the comments. They click on the profile and you can see what profile it is. Play that video again, please. Put yourself in the big box.
I just want to get to the bottom of the truth. Do you know what I mean? Because if it's not her and someone's going around doing this, it's disgusting.
So the way you prove it, the way that you definitively prove it is if you've got a screen recorder who was in the live, who clicked on the comment, and you can see the profile, and you've got that video there. So if you show that video now.
Okay.
Okay, watch this video, yeah?
Yeah, but MT, how do I turn my camera around so people can read it?
It's okay. We don't need to read it. We just need to see where it clicks on when the person comments. Not this bit. Hold on. When the person comments and she clicks in the comment. Wait there. Hold on 1 sec. Is it this one? No, I don't think it's this video. You know the video you showed before where it was in the chat yesterday for Chef?
Yeah. The one in Devon's live.
Yeah, no. You showed the video before where it was Chef's chat from the comments yesterday. That video, yeah, okay, now watch this video, clicks on the profile.
But you hate me 'cause you ain't me.
Pause the video, pause it. Oh, hold on. go back a little bit. Okay? So it's being clicked on, the comments being clicked on, that cannot be edited. So if you look at the details there, if that matches up to EQ's account, which it does, it's EQ.
So MT,
Okay?
just have a look at that picture then. Have a look at that picture, that profile picture, right? And that is the Evil Queen baked bean, right? That's the actual at.
Yeah.
Is that right? So
Yeah.
then if you look at her profile picture of that, this is what I can't understand. Why is her profile picture different?
Because that's a different account, bro. You're selecting a different account.
The Evil Queen baked bean with 108.3k followers and 3,100 following.
Yes, whatever one that you're showing now was not the one that she's been using. I assure you. There's.
Yeah, you can change your profile picture anyway, can't you?
No, I get that, and I'm not saying that that's not been done. I'm just trying to work out if when you're saying it's a different account, so she's got two accounts with exactly the same following, exactly the same followers.
Do you know the other things which are a bit suspicious to me as well is the way that she reacted yesterday, like she hadn't seen these videos, she didn't know what was going on. She categorically denied as well that she was even in Shep's life, but there's proof that she was. So all these little things don't make sense. And the reason why they don't make sense is because my personal opinion, and this is just my opinion, I categorically believe that it is her. And the reason why she's done it is because for the past few days prior to this, she's sat on 1.2k viewers. And she sat on between 1 and 1.5. But this time, 4 weeks ago, she had 4K in when she was being horrible to everyone. So obviously she's seen the drop in the numbers and she thought, you know what, I need to fuck shit up a little bit. And she's seen Shep as a perfect opportunity. So that's my personal opinion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If it isn't there, it isn't there. But me personally, I believe it was. I believe she knows exactly what she's doing. I believe she knows how to manipulate TikTok. And that's what she's done. And it's obviously worked out for her, hasn't it? Because the whole of the app is talking about it this morning and yesterday. So it's I don't care.
I think the bottom line is, though, MT, you can't change the your login details. I mean, what I mean is you can't have another account with the same login details.
And also as well, if you watch, that account is the account that Chelsea uses when she goes into everyone's live to comment. So I've seen that account in Canadian Angie's when she's been in there in the comments in Canadian Angie's. I see that account, that is the account that she uses when she goes into chats to comment with people or to jump in a box. It's not, there's no two ways about it, it's a...
Can I just make a very quick point? Pardon?
Sorry, Devon, go on.
Yeah. Can I just ask this, yeah? Why, when it's incidents like this, yeah, does everybody turn into Inspector Gadget and they need categorically 165% truth? We have to be so perfect in what we're bringing to you to be believed. Like, genuinely, if my account had been seen to go into Evil Queen's live and I had said there was something transphobic, there would never in a million years be this level of intense scrutiny, yeah? And not only that, this woman was a victim and everybody was very quick to make her a villain.
Who, Laura?
In defence.
Devon, I'm literally, because obviously it's all over the FYP and I've just said what's happened to Laura was terrible.
No, Miss Red, I'm not speaking about you.
Sat there chilling, having her hair done, and she's getting abuse like that. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
But with TikTok, because obviously Evil Queen's a big character, people are going to want to get to the bottom of it, right? Yeah. So that's what we're doing.
I'm not attacking you. Everyone gets very defensive as well when people are making points. Please, it's not. It's not at you. I'm just saying, like, when it comes to the feelings of, and here's another thing that I discovered this morning with Zach. Yeah, this is where I'm disappointed as well. It was discussed for approximately, I don't know, an hour or 2 hours, and then in the comments it was suddenly boring. Okay, speaking about certain topics that you don't care about or involve people that you like is suddenly boring. But it was okay to talk about TikTok Big Brother for 4 days. That wasn't boring. But when it comes to other people's feelings, it's boring. And this is how the whole war between Delusive Angie, Torian, and all the tribes on this app starts, because there's an initial disrespect, and due to the way that people react to that disrespect, the arguing goes back and forth. So it goes so far that nobody knows who was wrong anymore, right? So right now we're at the start position of something where people here can do the right thing before it starts going back and forth and Laura becomes a villain.
But in this situation, what is the right thing? What do we do? Because the Evil Queen is claiming that wasn't her that did that.
Right.
So what is the right thing to do? If she's claiming she never did it, before anyone can take any action or people can point fingers, we need to really find out if it's her, right? Because she could be accused. You
do give people the benefit of the doubt.
Sorry, darling, can I finish? Because I listened to you. She could be being accused of something that is pretty serious, you know. So in this case, you know, people will be TikTok detectives, and Laura, if that obviously she needs justice for whoever said that. You know?
Hello everybody, how are you? I've just come here to cause a little shit stir. Listen, let's not forget one thing. Let's not constantly talk about the racist comments, yeah? They was disgusting. They was not called for, and they're not, there's no place on this app or in this country for them racist comments. But let's not just talk about the racist side of it. Let's talk about the transphobic hate crime. Hang on, you don't have to interfere a minute, Devon. Please let me have my say. Let's talk about the transphobic hate comments, because like we say, you never know who you're going to offend. Just because you're saying it to one person, you never know who you're going to offend who's watching that live. So them comments are disgusting. So two wrongs does not make a right. If they're both guilty, they both need reporting, they both need cancelling. Let's not just make it about the comments in the chat. Let's make it what will come out of Laura's own mouth. This is where we're going to see.
Can I just interject there, right? Because you know me and Laura, we don't get on, right?
Yeah.
However, she was provoked in that situation. It was still wrong what she said. What she said was still wrong, right? If say, right, you're walking down the street and someone hits you in the face, what are you going to do? You're going to walk away and say, what?
You might be, just because you're provoked, that makes it right. You still said them comments out your mouth, okay? Them comments have still come out your mouth. You are banked to rights, and you have no idea who you have offended. Just because she's aimed at her EQ, there's a lot of people that her words have offended, and it's the same as the racist comments. They've got to offend a lot of people. But let's not just talk about the racist comments. Talk about them both. Let's just not make it everybody talking about comments and letting Laura just give her away, and everybody feels sorry for Laura because the comments. Let's talk about the people she's going to have offended.
So can I say something? Can I say something in response to Dave, please?
Yes, mate.
Okay, so Dave, here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Here's what the problem is. Why, when it comes to racism, do we have to be so perfect in order to be believed? So once again, please let me, because I did let you go, right? She was supposed to take all those triggering things, be kicked, and not. We have to be so perfect in order to be presented as a victim. Is that what it is?
No.
That's what you're describing.
Right,
we have to do everything perfect for you to believe us.
Let me reply then, yeah? Let me reply. No, no one should deserve to take them comments, and they're uncalled for. They're disgusting comments. But all as we're doing is going to keep talking and deflecting it to racist comments, when that doesn't make Laura write what she said by replying. That doesn't make it okay because she's retaliated. So that's okay, is it, to retaliate in that way and say them words that come out of her mouth? The comments were disgusting, but they was just as bad as what come out of Laura's mouth. Just because people were going to say, oh, she's retaliated. Hang on, get to fuck, you've retaliated. What's come out your mouth is vile. And it has offended so many people, just like the comments have.
And that was the plan, Dave. I'm going to be 100% real with you. And that was the plan. Okay? Let me break down the plan and how it's worked so well. Yeah? People are going to turn around and say, why would she do that? She's not stupid. Why would you do that? Why on earth would she do that? That's the play. It's so blatantly obvious, yeah? And someone is going to react. She knows that Laura's going to react. She knows that Laura's not going to react via text. She's going to react on a video, yeah? Let's be sensible, right? And all you're saying is that people have to take those horrible, vile words and they have to hold it in order to be proven right. That's not fair.
But it's also, no, it's not fair. I totally agree with you. So I'll tell you what then, Devon, you're saying it's a reaction, so you're going to piss me off and I'm going to say something to you that is going to offend you, yeah?
I've done that before, Dave.
Then, yeah, but listen, so that makes it right, yeah? This is what I'm saying with it, Devon. What Laura said is just as bad, but we're always talking about the racial comments. What about the fact that's come out of Laura's mouth? Every day, all as we talk about is the racist comments, which we know there's no need for it and it's disgusting behaviour. But it's every day. But we're not pinpointing the thing that has come out of Lady's mouth because you want to say she's retaliated. Well, she has offended a lot of people now on this app with what she said. So
do you know what you're doing? Do you know what this is doing, Dave? This is creating another Torian and Pagey situation. Yeah, I'll tell you this now. This is creating another Torian and Pagey situation where they were originally right, and halfway down the line, this Laura suddenly going to become the villain. And this,
Dave, let me just very quickly, Dave. Let me be real with you. Yeah, can I tell you why everyone's concentrating on the race thing at the minute and no one's concentrating on the transphobia? Because I won't sugarcoat it. I'll be real with you. Yeah, majority of the people in this live at the minute have got an issue with EQ. The majority of the people in this live at the minute did have an issue with Shep, but haven't got an issue with Shep at the moment. So no one's saying that the comments haven't been spoken about or won't be spoken about, but for the time being, the situation's EQ. Do you get what I mean? So that's why the focus is on EQ, because that was the topic starter from when the live started. You don't know whether someone's going to speak on you don't know whether you don't know whether someone's going to speak on the comments what Shep said.
Can I just quickly say something?
It's just because the live started with EQ. So I won't lie to you. I'll be honest. The reason why I'm talking about it is I've got personal beef with EQ. I ain't got personal beef with Shep. So I'm just highlighting the racism that I've seen because obviously that's something which I witnessed. But
can I just quickly add something really quickly? Because this is what I was saying, what Dave was saying. I said the same thing last night and Devon was not liking it. He said to me, you can, and you also said, Devon, you cannot have a reaction where racism is involved. So if someone was coming at me, does that give me the right to say something towards you, Devon, for the colour of your skin? No, it doesn't. And it's the same thing. And Laura said she was going to go to the police about this. And I did say on my live that, well, the only person, in my opinion, that has a case now is EQ, because unfortunately, Laura was on camera. Her face was on camera, her voice was on camera, being transphobic. Now, Laura will have to prove that was EQ in the comments, and she will never be able to 100% prove it because EQ was not on camera, didn't show her face, didn't speak, nothing. So she will not be able to prove that, but EQ can prove the transphobia.
Is this the same woman who was transphobic to EQ in the video that we're using as proof?
And respectfully,
yes,
let's
exactly the same way that Laura did
I did say,
2 days ago.
Right, but Devon, I did say I'm a real woman. I did say that to her. But I did not. One sec, Devon. But I also did not say I'm going to take EQ to the police. Laura did say she was going to take her to the police. Well, she hasn't got a leg to stand on. She has no case. She destroyed that.
Guys, here's the fact. Yeah, none of you care about racism. I'm going to say it, and I'll tell you why.
You care about racism. My children are mixed race.
Nobody here cares about racism.
Sorry.
No, nobody here cares about racism.
Can I very quickly? Can I just say I find you so patronising. It is unbelievable.
Okay, so here's why you find me patronising, because I'm calm. If I was aggressive, you'd find me aggressive.
With an opinion and then assume that everyone has to have the exact same opinion as you, and if you don't have the exact same opinion as you, we're all dickheads. We don't care. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, Devon, but you need to rethink your steps on social media. Because that ain't the attitude to have. It's definitely not. Yeah, you're entitled to your opinion, but don't shoot everyone down because they haven't got the same opinion as you. Don't
Let me ask you a question, MT. If I'm calm and I speak to you calmly,
you don't care about this topic. You've been here for 2 minutes.
When I speak to you calmly,
2 minutes you've been on this app.
When I speak to you calmly, I'm patronising. If I was to raise my voice, I would be aggressive. There is no.
Devon, can I ask you a question?
Why I'm having a conversation with you? If you don't like the way I'm talking, don't talk to me. But I'm not being.
You can say things calmly.
I'm just saying, quite patronising when you come in this box.
Just 1 minute, just 1 minute.
MT, can I just say something here, right?
Oh.
All we are saying in the comments is arguing about what's worse, whether transphobia is worse or whether racism is worse. Why don't we just stick to the point and realise that none of this should be happening? None of this. Okay. It's no an argument about what is transphobia worse than racism? They're both as bad as each other. Two wrongs don't make a right. These are two adults. We can't categorically say that it was EQ that done it, but the facts are pointing to, yes, it was. But then what came out of Laura's mouth is absolutely disgusting as well. The two of them are adults and it should not be happening. You cannot argue about what's worse. That's all I wanted to say, Miss Red, because honestly, it's getting pathetic.
I'm going to drop down. Can I just quickly say I'm going to drop down now? Just quickly, I 100% agree. You know, two wrongs don't make a right. You've said it many times, Devon. You know, you cannot have that kind of reaction. You know, it is a hate crime. You know, you can't use the hate crime as a reaction. She could have said any other things, but she didn't. In my opinion, she doesn't have a case. She's destroyed it. You know, and
why should she have
the only person that has a case here is EQ. You know what I mean?
How is it when EQ was the one that started it?
Well, you're going to have to 100% prove that, and you cannot do that. That it was here in the
Everybody knows that it was EQ. EQ also posted a picture of Laura a couple of days prior, saying obviously something about look at her, you can't, you're no one to talk or whatever. EQ obviously has an issue with swearing shepherdess, and at the end of the day, the way that you got to look at it is, if EQ didn't make the comment that she made initially, then nothing else would have been, it wouldn't have gone past that point. That's the point that we're missing.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm like I say, what Laura said in retaliation to what was wrote in the comments, Laura presumed it was EQ, was what Laura said wrong, absolutely, and it was offensive, and it's also as much as a hate crime as racism, right? But Laura, at that moment, whether what she said was disgusting, she was provoked, it wouldn't have been said.
Exactly.
If them comments weren't made. What Laura said was as bad as what was said to Laura in the comments, but it was a reaction, you know, it was a reaction. And, you know, me and Laura don't get on, me and EQ don't get on, but I will say, Laura wouldn't have said that hadn't that have been said, and she, you know, she thought she was speaking to Evil Queen, right? But both are as bad as each other. You know, Laura could have took the moral high ground. Myself personally, I would have took the moral high ground and not have been transphobic. But we can never say actually until we're in that situation, you know.
But why should she? Like, why is it always, oh, Laura should walk away from this, Laura shouldn't retaliate, Laura shouldn't have said this, or Laura shouldn't have said that? Why is it not, you know, EQ needs to rein her neck in and stop with the things that she's saying? It's not on.
Yeah, I agree, you know, me and EQ ain't like that, do you know what I mean? All I want to do is get to the bottom of if she was behind that account, because then we can categorically go for EQ, but at the moment, we can't 100% prove that EQ was behind that account, you know?
Well, so apparently she's gifted people and stuff like that. Apparently there is...
I've shown a little video of, you know, what I've seen of potentially she could have been on that account. People were gifting that account, but there's no 100% proof. Do you know what I mean? And I haven't come on here like to say what Laura said. I've come on here because I want to find the truth. I want to know the truth of it all, you know, like everybody else does.
Yeah. I just feel like at the end of the day, shots are fired at Laura all the time, and then the one time that, you know, she retaliates and stuff like that, it's Laura's fault. Laura shouldn't have done this, Laura shouldn't have done that. Whereas no, EQ shouldn't have said the nasty things and the racist things that she has said. You know, and this is where, you know, where do you draw the line? Because it's Laura's, all of a sudden now, from what I'm getting, it's Laura's fault. Laura shouldn't have said this, and she's affecting a huge community of people. Well, so's EQ. When EQ is obviously saying the racist things that she's saying, she's also affecting a huge community of people.
100%.
Miss Red, can I just ask TJ? Sorry, I did ask in the comments, TJ, but I'm got a weird brain and I'm all about the details. In what you showed, one was a screenshot from the video, which was the profile from the video, but you also showed a screenshot of her profile that had different profile picture.
Yeah.
When was that screenshot taken?
That was at 7 this morning.
Right. So the
So
reason
the account is the same, the @ is the same, but the profile picture has been changed.
but this is the reason I'm asking. The reason I'm asking is I took a screenshot of that account at 10 to 9 last night, and the information matched up perfectly.
Correct.
The profile picture was the same. Everything else was the same.
Correct.
Now, since you've shared, I've just gone into her profile and taken another picture, and some of the information has changed, and the profile information has changed, obviously, to match what you showed. So
that's all I was saying, was that either the profile picture's changed, but the account is the same. The actual account is the same, but details have been changed on it. So for whatever reason, that was my point on it.
Why has the information been changed?
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. That's a fair point. And the thing is, what we were saying earlier, this isn't a competition on hate. It's not about one hate is more than the other and who did more hate than the other. That's ridiculous. It's not a league table. The hate is hate. And if you've got hate in your heart for one thing, you'll have hate across the board. And you're a hateful person then. So it's not a competition about that. What I do find a bit weird, Devon, is that you just flippantly come out with, you lot don't care about racism. You don't know. Just let me finish the sentence, please. And I get, you might have opinions on it and stuff like that. But you don't know my background. You don't know what racism I've had to deal with. You don't know anything about me. So the fact that you can say, and these generalization comments is what puts people off the back burner, and then it becomes like this competition of who's more right and who's not. And I just find the fact is that I don't think anyone has said, or me personally, or the people that I've heard generally, maybe I didn't hear what Dave said, but no one is saying that the comments were not racism and disgusting and whatever, but there are queries around as to whether it's her account or not, and people are going to just say that. But we shouldn't deter from the fact that whatever those comments were disgusting, and she is a victim of racism, irrespective of where they've come from. It doesn't matter who it is, she is a victim of racism for that. She's also put stuff out about the comments from EQ's Discord or whatever it is, there's racism in there and all that sort of stuff. So it's not going to be the first part of it. So no one's saying that those comments or that she's faced racism. No one's debating that. But you can't then come on and say flippantly, oh, you lot don't care about racism. That is not right.
I'll tell you why I can. Okay, TJ, I'm going to explain to you why I can. Would you say when I've come on and spoke, have I been calm? Pretty much until Dave came on.
Yeah, so I don't know, even after.
I brought forward certain points. I was described as patronising. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, okay. If I was to come on, all guns blazing and shouting, what would I be described as then?
But Devon, there's a difference. You're called patronising after you turned around and said you lot don't care about racism.
Yes, because that is what's been, and I'll tell you why I said that, right?
Yeah.
If this was to do with any other topic, I've watched it, I've seen it happen. If this was to do with, or it was somebody else, and this happened, if I came into this chat, if you saw my profile come into this chat, and it said derogatory things towards Miss Red, there would not be this level of dissection as to whether I did it or not. This chat would be lit up, right, with rage and anger. There would be possibly a small minority that might question it, but nowhere near to these levels. Would you say that that's true or not?
Am I being thick here? I don't understand what you're getting at.
I'm making a point. I'm making a point. Please go on with this.
If I can respond, because obviously you're addressing me, because it was me that called you patronising. So if I can tell you why I did. The reason I called you patronising was because obviously you said everyone in here has got no. But basically that everyone in this live shouldn't really be commenting, because the fact that we're commenting, we don't care about racism. You said that. But that's also, respectfully, I've witnessed you for the past couple of days come into this live. Every time you come in, if anyone disagrees with your opinion or doesn't think your opinion's right, you go for people. But then you don't go for them in a way of telling them that their opinion's wrong. You basically imply that they're stupid and they're thick because they don't have the same opinion as you. That's patronising.
No.
It is.
Do you know what, darling? At the end of the day, I didn't like the fact that you said, you lot don't care about racism. You meant me, and I do care about racism. I don't know if you know, but I've got 3 mixed race children, beautiful children, so we have faced racism as a family. I do care. So that was wrong of you to say that we don't care.
And
Okay, Miss Red, can I ask you a question then? Yeah, if this was to have happened to them, would you say, teaching them, would you recommend that they take it, hold their tongue, and maintain their composure as a lesson? Would you teach them?
I've just said, right, darling, that I believe Laura had a right to retaliate because she was provoked. I've just said that. You know,
I'm just asking a question.
I've said that in my life. I've said, you know, I understand that she retaliated. So
that's I'm just asking a question. Like it's not a defensive thing. I'm saying, like, do you think that's like kind of human nature?
I think no one's saying that you can't have your opinions, Evan. No one's saying that, but I think that the minute that your opinion starts going west and people will start switching off is when you start assuming what people believe and assuming what.
Why would you switch off if you cared, though, MT?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't
opinion.
switch off because I do care, which is why I'm sitting in the box now being quite passionate about it. So it's probably the wrong person to spin that subject to, isn't it? The people who you might be saying don't care are the people who aren't currently sitting in this live, who are probably sitting in the bed eating a bacon and butty or doing shit. Do you know what I mean? They're the people who don't care. They're the people who aren't asked, who are just carrying on with the day. The fact that someone is in here and actively talking about the situation and highlighting it would prove that they care. So then you shouldn't be patronising and say you don't care about this subject just because you might have personal beef. It's not personal beef. You're just assuming what I cared about, and that's called patronising.
You told us what you care about.
You're being patronising.
You don't like EQ. That's what you said.
I know.
Okay, so I'm putting to you that you don't care about the racism aspect.
Okay, and I'll tell you that I shut that down right away, Devin. I'll tell you that I shut that down right away. You're all aware that there was a couple of creators who I was close with who were racist on this app who I completely walked away from as soon as it happened. Why did I do it? Because I cared about it. Because I felt passionate about it. Because I stood by my morals and walked away from the situation. So don't tell me what I care and what I don't care about. Don't assume what it is that I believe and what I don't believe, just because that's what you've experienced in the past. Okay? Because that's what we don't do around here. We don't patronise people.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, we've had our differences, but I can say, like, you've definitely stood up to racism from what I've seen anyway.
And this is the thing, you can be passionate about racism, you can be disgusted by racism, and you can stand up for, you know, people not being racist, but you can't compare people's different passions by saying that they don't care about it just because it's different to what you do. And I think what you've done now, Devin, and I've got to be honest about it, is I think you can be outraged by this racism. We are all outraged by this racism. Yeah. What you've done now is also spun it round to make it that you're the only one now that cares about racism in this box. By saying a flippant comment like that, and not by double downing on it, you've now spin that narrative around on this subject when it didn't have to be. You could have kept saying your opinion because we are all outraged by it. Yeah, that's my point. Is that I think you diverted it as well.
Stepped out of place. You're right.
And that's all. I think we can all be outraged by it, but you can't have differing outrages and then diss people by it. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't know my background. I'm a person of colour. You don't know what I've dealt with in racism. You see what I mean? And that's all my point was.
I'm too uppity.
No, I get it.
Maybe.
I get it. It's passion. I get it. You know, but saying that not all, you know, we don't care. That's not true. We do care. We actually do care. You know, it's. Yeah. But I want to hear from Torian because Torian hasn't spoken yet. Hi, Torian.
Hi. Thanks for having me. Just quickly, I know that obviously we can't prove it was her or whatever, yeah, but it's definitely her. She's gifted me off that account before. She's actually come in the box in my live on that account before, and when I pressed it said follow back because I remember she was literally begging me to follow her back and I didn't follow her back. But how to prove it's her, I don't know, innit? But me personally, I know that it's definitely her. But how to prove it, I just feel like police will probably have to do their due diligence, but at the same time they can also refuse it because of lack of evidence. They can be like they're not going to waste their time and look into it. So it's like, I feel like she's not going to get cancelled. She said the most, this isn't the most, like, she said worse. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. She's done it. If it is her, like I say, 100% do we know? If it is her, she's done it for this, to be talked about today, you know?
Yeah.
When she goes live tonight, there's going to be thousands and thousands of people in the room. This is why she did this. This is why she does it.
But I think for if she really wants to prove her innocence, which I think she's gonna probably tell everyone to fuck off, she can go into her TikTok history and she can see the gifs and the reports, and we'll know that it's her. And if it's not her, if it's genuinely not her, she shouldn't be worried. She should just come and show the evidence and done. That's what I think.
Yeah, and if it isn't her, then whoever is doing this on an account like that should be ashamed of themselves for going in and speaking to Laura like that. It's disgusting.
But you know what? I feel like if it's not her, I feel like she's protecting someone and she knows who it is. Because we know that EQ, we know that she don't hide from nothing. She says things how it is. I feel like this approach, how she's approached this situation is something different to what she would have done on a normal. Like, she would normally be like, yeah, I said it or whatever. I feel like she's either protecting someone that she knows has said it, and hence why she's going the way about, like, that's why she's going on how she's going on now. But she's definitely linked to that account 150%.
Do you know what, Tori, you know yourself, there's so many TikTok detectives. Either way, you know, someone's going to get to the bottom of it. You know, people are going to work on this. You know what I mean? So we'll find out eventually. And will she get cancelled? No. You know, we see and hear what's it, you know, said on TikTok. Nobody gets cancelled off TikTok, right? If anything, when something like this happens, it gives them more views, more gifts, more relevance.
Do you know why they don't get cancelled, Miss Red?
Do
you know why they don't get cancelled?
Yeah.
Because there's an opportunity to stand and buy us, but instead we want to do detective. Like, if this was look, I understand the detective thing. If this was a first time thing,
we do stand for what's right, okay? But how can we need to find out the truth first, right? Okay, we need to find out the truth because she's getting accused of something that she may not have done. Do you get what I'm saying? So before we can stand for something, we need to find out if it was her that did that.
So you know the original EQ? Yeah, so you know the original EQ? The one that used to spit at TV, at the phone screen, the ones that disrespected Muslim cultures, the ones that have said things in the past.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why we don't do all the investigation, and we should actually stand for something and react, and then guilty before proven innocent on this one, because you've done it so many times in the past. This isn't like a new thing. So why can't we? This is why people keep getting away with it, and it keeps happening, because nobody ever stands with us and does something about it.
Okay then. So what can we do? Please tell us what we can do.
Okay, we have a community, yeah, and should we not ask questions? Nobody has asked EQ to come on and speak, and if I had these things, like, I would want to speak on it. Like, it would irk me that I was connected to such a horrible thing, and it can quite, like you said, change your profile name. Try to, like, care. Try to come on and prove that you care. And you know, as a community, you can stand by the creators of colour on this platform.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Morning.
Hi, can I hear from, sorry, can I just hear from Hayley? Sorry, MJ, because Hayley's been in here for ages. Hi, Hayley.
Hi.
Hi, darling.
I think I totally get what Devon's saying. I think, you know, in a world that we live in, I think it is really important, but I think the reason why people are trying to nail it to her is because she has been a slippery snake in the past, and she has got away, and it's not just racism, it's calling disabled children people, saying that they should be unalived. The list is endless for what this woman has said on this app. While this is disgusting, everything that's left her mouth is vile. There's no excuse for anything that she has ever said. And I think this is an opportunity why people are doing so much digging, is to actually nail her down to this properly, because she's got away with so much. And the thing around Laura, what I find, and rightly or wrongly, people have a passion, and I think TJ said that, people have a passion for their own community, and sometimes we bypass other communities and how they currently feel. So I think, you know, the stuff that Laura has said does need addressed, because that is wrong for what Laura said, because it has offended another community of people.
But
in the same breath,
what about the community of people that EQ has ruined?
Pardon?
What about the community of people that have been offended by, obviously, what EQ has said?
Yeah, so I was just going on to that, and I agree. I think for me that's two separate scenarios. There's a scenario there that needs dealing with around the racism, because that is outrageous that she thinks that she can say that on a public platform to a black woman.
This is what I'm saying, if she has.
Yeah, if she has. I believe she has, because given her past behaviours, that is something, and let's be real, we know she does things like this because she wants 6,000 people sat in this room talking on her. Because when she does go live, she will have 4,000 people. She'll be really pissed off because Ems took 20,000 views for her situation yesterday. But this is what she wants. This is what she thrives off. And this is how she has built a platform to where it is today. And I think the situations are different. We have to address EQ and the racism, but there has to be a conversation about Laura and the transphobia, because we can't bypass a community of people that are offended by what was said, the same as we can't bypass the black community that are offended by what EQ said either. They're both equally wrong. And we can't say one community should feel worse than another community when both were offended.
No, I get that. No, I do get that. But I just feel like, right, you know, Laura was just sat there, right? And, you know, me and Laura don't get on. Laura was just sat there having her hair done chilled, you know, and then she's getting this abuse in the chat. At that moment, she's reacting to what she's saying. What she said was wrong.
So what I think though, Donna, was
it was so wrong, but I just feel like hadn't that been said, obviously she wouldn't have said what she said, but at the same point, how would we feel if we was being targeted like that? Well, sexually done. We don't know what we'd do. We'd be like, rah. Do you get what I'm saying? And I do feel sorry for Laura. Yes, I feel, you know, I stand up for the LGBT community in here, right, just like I do other communities, but I try my hardest to anyway. But I do feel like Laura was provoked. Should she have reacted the way she did? Probably not. But she was still very much provoked in her.
Yeah. And I don't think we should downplay what Laura's going through, because EQ she was transphobic to EQ, and that's why I think it has to be two separate conversations. So the conversation about the racism and then the conversation about the transphobia, the two conversations should not be mixed, because then you start diluting how people kind of feel, and that shouldn't be the case. She should be held accountable for that, and she should be held accountable for that, and that is it.
Can I make a point quickly? You see, this app is funny because I'll be real. I'm hearing a lot of people saying, what Laura said, it wasn't okay. They should both be held accountable. Yeah, you don't know already. I'm not big fans of Pearl and Angie. Yeah, but when they said their racism things and people was coming at them, no one wasn't saying what people are saying now about EQ. Like, but her saying it back is just.
Guys, is this a live glitch here?
Like, there's too much double standards on this app. I feel like when it comes to people they like or they fuck with or whatever, people have different morals, and I feel like people should stand on their morals regardless.
Torian, the only difference with that was, though, right? Tell me if this is the only difference. With that, we saw them do it on live, and I'm not excusing this, but the problem is, and I agree with Hayley on the point that she made, is that she will try and slip it out. And I think the people that are trying to find out and make sure that it is her, so that it categorically means, because we can say now she's cancelled. Fine, she's cancelled. But that makes no difference, because people are still going to be inquisitive and go, hold on, this might be a bit odd. But with Pearl and Angie, it was from their own mouths. Whatever that situation is, it was from, you could see them say it.
Why do we need, we've had her mods come in and say it was her. We've had photo proof to say it was her. Like, what more evidence do people want?
I'm not saying I agree that it's highly likely her, but people are, you know, this app, Torian, people are going to always be inquisitive about it and keep debating and all that sort of stuff. But what we need to do is say, you can have that little bit of a debate and say, is it her, is it not her? But we're still saying that the racism part of it is wrong. Keep reminding people of that. You see what I mean?
Yeah, no, those comments were disgusting. And I feel like, especially with what's going on right now, like with a lot of stuff that's going on that we know about. Yeah.
What we don't want her to be able to do, Taurine, is be a slippy little rat and get away with it by saying that her first response was, that isn't me. Well, if that's not you, let's nail you to the cross and say, actually, this is you, because look at the proof that everybody's got. And that's why she gets away with things.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, tomorrow she's gonna say something even more outlandish. And it's
I'm going to jump down, Red. Thanks for letting me... Oh, it's Red.
Am I here, guys?
Yeah.
I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah, you're here now. You're here now.
Sorry.
Did anybody hear the rant she had the other day about King Louis?
I heard that she wished him to unalive.
Yeah, I've got the video here. Do you want to listen? This is disgusting.
Just wait till Red comes back. Just wait till Red comes back if she wants it played.
She's also, I saw also a video of her saying about, I don't know if you don't know Hayley Comet, saying that how her partner had DV'd her because she was just part of the furniture and the most disgusting things. Like, so it's yeah.
Guys, am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, you're back now, Donna.
Right, okay, guys, my live's glitching really bad. I don't know if people... What I'm going to have to do...
She might have to restart.
Yeah.
Mackie's Wi-Fi.
My
Torian's Wi-Fi.
My suggestion is people that are friends with that account, why don't they check their messages between them and that account?
And what has actually happened? Nothing.
Yeah.
You're back now, Donna.
And I think the problem is you can't cancel people on this app. People can't get cancelled. People choose to leave because of the conversations or the way that the hate is making them feel. But the problem is she doesn't give a shit. You could hate on her every day, all day, and she would thrive in it. That's how strange of a human being she is.
100%.
Guys, I'm gonna
drop down though and let someone else up, Donna.
Yeah, me
Thank
too.
you.
Thanks for letting me up.
Thanks for letting me up. All right, bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, Miss Serty, darling.
To Donna.
Bye, darling. Who hasn't spoke yet? Hi, NJ. Sorry, guys, the Wi-Fi.
I have a video here. What she said the other day about King Louis. Did you hear that?
I did, darling. I did, and like respectfully. Thank you guys for the love. Respectfully, I kind of like want to stay on target. I did hear it, but I just don't want to. You know, I don't want it to become an EQ hate live. Do you know what I mean?
She's guilty. She's done it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.
I do care about King Louis. I really, really do, but I just don't want it to become a hate live. You know. Yeah. So you can see that on the FYP, guys. Hi, NJ.
You're right. I just wanted to just add that I do believe that it was her, and my reasons are, I think it stemmed from the other day when you done that live about going into the show and stuff. Obviously, I didn't know that you wasn't speaking to her anymore, but she wasn't a part of that. But after it finished, she was on stage with Devon. She was talking about it, and she seemed very sour. And I thought in my mind, wow, has she fell off because you haven't invited? Not you, sorry, the guy Randy hasn't invited her, and that's why I think that she done this to create more hype, because maybe her views are not what her views are. I do believe that she's one of those people that fiends for the attention, and I think that that's the reason why she says what she says. Look, Laura shouldn't have retaliated the way she did. I think when you're acting off impulse, sometimes you do say things and then after you think, oh gosh, because look what we're seeing. People are kind of saying, wow, look what Laura says, but she was antagonized and goaded into saying that. Do you know what I mean? But I just think that
you heard my stance on it. You know, both were equally as bad, but I do think Laura was provoked. This wouldn't have happened if Laura, you know, wasn't provoked in a chat, you know, and some pretty disgusting things were said, let's be honest. So anybody would have that reaction. Like, I don't agree with what Laura said, but I believe that she just reacted to abuse, you know. But thank you, NJ, so much. And I'm sorry it's took so long for you to speak.
No worries. Okay, I'll drop back.
Thank you, MJ. Guys, I'm really sorry. My live's really glitchy. I keep on getting flashes here, there, and everything. It doesn't make it right. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. Yeah, both are equally as bad. And I don't know, some people react different, don't they? Thank you, Kerry. Thank you very much. So, guys, with what you've heard, and we've seen a little bit of evidence, do you still believe that Evil Queen was behind the account? Let's do another poll. Or are you not convinced that she was behind the account? Because I know you TikTok detectives are going to work it out. Yeah, so, right, let's cancel that poll. I don't know what's going on here. My live is so glitchy. Okay, so what we've seen with screenshots and things like that, let's do another poll. Is Evil Queen guilty? Yes. Happy face. No, she's not guilty. Sad face. Thank you guys for the love. Let's see if the poll's any different. Because like I say, you will suss it out, you know. I don't believe like she's going to go anywhere. You know, you can't get a creator off here. I've had my turbulent times. Look, and I'm sat here now with so much love. Do you know what I mean? Only TikTok can be judge and jury. You know, only you guys can be judge and jury. Okay, so the polls changed slightly. Okay, then. Right, guys, so we're going to go off the Evil Queen and Laura situation, and we're going to move on to the M situation now. Is everybody okay with that? I know, and I'm aware that we've got loads of people in the boxes, but unfortunately I can't get everybody in the box because we're going to be here for hours. Yeah, so shall we move on with the M situation? And thank you everybody for showing love in here today, and people that have joined the boxes, thank you very much. I love a live, you know, when we can open the boxes and everyone's respectful of each other, no one's screaming and shouting. I do like it. Do you know what I mean? Thank you, staff. Yeah, we'll open the boxes up at the end. So guys, let me have a sip of water. Last night, early hours this morning, Ems invited, thank you Kerry and Bexy, thank you. Ems invited a visitor back to the flat, I think, from what I'm seeing. Thank you, Jake, for the trigger warning, darling. The jury did speak and they find Evil Queen guilty, absolutely. Thank you, Anna. So anyway, Ems picks up a stranger from the bus stop, right? And she takes the person back to a flat. I'm going to say something right now, guys, okay? How 20 to 30,000 people are tuning in and are so invested in what is going on in that kitchen, I'll never know. Like, I honest to God, guys, I cannot get my head around it. And it's not because I'm jealous, do you know what I mean? Because, you know, when Alf Bar fires up alive or CLA, something kicks off, you know, the numbers are pretty high, right? But I just don't understand. So what, we're just bringing random people back and we're getting 30,000 views. MT, was you one of them? Naughty guys. So we've got 5.3k people who watched Ems live last night. Let's do a quick poll. Happy face, you watched it. Sad face, you like me, you was fast asleep and you don't give a fuck. You only caught the ends. I've just caught up on the FYP. I will say something though, that dog is so cute. Faith is so cute. It's not glitching now, thank you. Oh, big love, cockapoo, darling. Thank you, darling. Right, so let's look at what Ems got up to last night. And Corey also paid a visit to the kitchen to save the day. And I've got to be honest, guys, I don't feel like the guy, I can't remember his name. I don't think he did anything wrong. He was a bit touchy-feely at times, but he never really did anything wrong, right? So let's go. Let's go with this. I mean, who randomly picks up a bloke from the bus stop? Imagine. Who randomly just walks outside and goes, oh, come back to my house, you Mr. Bus Stop man. Do you get what I'm saying? Oh. Ems meets a new friend at the bus stop. This is on TikTok drama, guys. Right, so there you go. There's the bus stop man, and Em's partying in the kitchen. I'm going to do another poll now because we love polls around these ways. Who was scared for Em's happy face? Yes, you were scared. Sad face? No, you weren't scared. You were scared for the guy. Because we know people who go in Em's kitchen, you know, usually end up as the victims, right? I was more concerned for him, I'm not going to lie. I'm scared for the guy. It's 50-50. You was like, I bet some of you know, you was concerned for him. You know what I mean? He didn't do anything wrong. He did, he's been in jail. Oh, yeah, I know he's been in jail, darling. I did see on the FYP, someone said he was wearing a tag. Yeah, someone said he was wearing a tag. But I know some of the friendliest people in the world that have wore tags, you know what I mean? They've just raided Asda. And the bacon oil and the coffee oil down Asda, you know what I mean? And they've had a tag on. Right, so let's show another video. So, Corey saves the day, all right? Clout chaser, Corey.
You okay? Nice to meet you. Okay, so what's about it?
Oh, okay, so I'm seeing some of your comments. Okay, thank you, Milan. So he was done for DV. Has this been confirmed, guys? Has this been confirmed? Is that why people will say worried? Oh, really? Is it, guys? Is this like 100%? Like, because it's pretty serious allegations. Yeah. Oh, did he say it? He said it. It come from his mouth. Right, okay, so that's why everyone was concerned. So you weren't concerned before, you was concerned after he said it. Get that. Okay, I get it. I understand now. I understand.
I literally paid 650 quid on tyres for you, mate.
I'm sorry.
It's alright, I forgive you for your sins. Mate, what's fine?
Stinks of smoke on it.
It absolutely reeks as soon as you go upstairs.
Does it really?
It does indeed.
Different smoke.
Different smoke?
Thank you so much.
Finally, sorry guys, I do apologise. Where's Sleepy?
She's in the bedroom.
Right, okay, so Corey lands. Corey, you're a clout chaser, mate. You're a clout chaser. I like Corey, guys. I've said it before. I like Corey. I think come on now. He's not the worst person on TikTok, is he? I like Corey. I think he's funny. I don't know, if you guys are fans, but yeah, I think he's all right, Corey. Until he shows me something different, then, my opinion is that he's all right. He's still a clout chaser, though. But I do think he... Right, so Corey takes the guy home. Right, let me show this video.
Your hat's behind you.
Put the picture in my phone and your clips. I want to know that. That's it.
Yeah.
We go to Cabanas, the drummers.
I don't mean to sound rude, but I don't understand the word you're saying. Can you translate?
Lost Lane.
Lost Lane, yeah?
Lost Lane.
Yeah, I'll drop it to Lost Lane. You ready?
I'm ready.
Ready, let's go. Are you alright? Yeah. We'll drop this gentleman home, because he hasn't done anything wrong, by the way. He hasn't done nothing wrong, anybody, okay? He's alright.
Yeah, respect Corey for that.
Fucking sit on your own forever and ever, and then.
Yeah, no, he's sound.
Yeah, you can pray to God when you come back.
He coming back tomorrow.
No, he's not coming back tomorrow. So
Tomorrow.
No.
I can have a party.
So, guys, Corey took the guy home, and there was no real drama. I understand why some of you were a little bit scared for her. Maybe if Corey never turned up, you know, things could have got a little bit out of hand. We don't know. We can't say that, can we? But I'm glad that a majority of you had, you know, a good night watching the drama. And I'm sure you was waiting for something to boot off as well. Yeah, Corey did the right thing. And also as well, you know, he did say that, you know, the guy actually never did anything wrong. Is Corey staying over for the night? Is he there for the weekend? Darren, Kate's, Darren Hardy. Okay, that was nice of him. That was nice. So Corey's at a hotel. Okay, let's see what pops off tonight then, guys. I can't wait. Shall we open the boxes and let's hear your thoughts and opinions on the whole Ems and the bus stop man situation. We are going, what's that? MT, you're going to the spa with Corey. Thank you, Harrison's darling. Thank you. MT, you're going to the spa with Corey and Ems tomorrow. Is he? I'm just waiting for MT to reply, guys. He asked, the guy asked 3 times to go home. Yeah, he's treating me. Oh, are you going to do a bit of content, MT? Oh, that's going to be good. I want you to FaceTime me when you're there, MT, please. Right, let's open the boxes. Hi, Shimon. Hi. Right. What was that noise, Simon? Oh, okay. Simon, leave the dogs alone. Guys, Simon's just terrorising the dogs with the car vacuum. Right, I'm just getting everybody in the box. Sorry, everyone. I think oh, thank you, MT. MT's on it. I didn't even need to touch it. Thank you, MT. Hi, little Tiny.
Hello, darling. Thank you, Miss Red.
Hi, it's all right, love.
Right, what I'm going to say, I started this from the beginning to see it to the end. Now, he asked to know end of times he wanted a taxi, and she would not let him go to get a taxi. She put a key, she locked him in at one point. She put the keys on top of the fridge, and he asked her, and she would not let him go out. Now, you know, I think she should have let him catch his taxi, because there was no more buses on the road at a certain time. So she said, somebody say, well, why don't you get him a taxi? And he did ask him multiple times, can I have a taxi? And she went, no.
Really?
Really? And obviously the police did come, but they couldn't do a lot about it. He has got a tag on his foot. The tag, what he's got, it's one of them tags where he can't leave the country.
Right, okay.
It's a different sort of tag to your normal tags. And then she starts like flirting with holding his hands and things, you know, like that. But the thing is, Miss Red, to go to the bus, to go to a bus stop. She don't know anything about him, darling, and I'm not being funny, Ro. She's gonna. It's horrible to say. It's just gonna feel like a car crash is gonna happen one day.
Was you worried, Tiny?
I was worried for her. The simple reason. Well, I was worried for her, but I was also worried for him because. I'm just sitting there, look, you're dancing with him, he's holding your hands, and she thought it was funny, but I'm thinking, what about him? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Was you on the edge of your seat, darling, waiting for it to pop off?
Oh, yeah. Oh, certainly. Oh, yeah. And you know what? It's really sad, and I feel that she put herself into a situation, and you know what? It's just waiting for a car crash to come and something would happen. I don't want that to ever happen, but the way she's going on, she went up and she sat in the bus stop with him, didn't know him, and said, would you like to come back to my kitchen? Oh, yeah, all right, come back to my kitchen and eat, and I don't know.
Oh, thank you, Tiny. But it gave you hours and hours of entertainment, didn't it? Not?
Yeah, too much. Watched it from the beginning.
What time did you watch it till?
Oh, God, earlier. It just went on. It went on. And there were people in the comments were saying, ring the police up, make sure she's all right. But the police did come down, and she went to the door and went, no, don't want you lot. No, don't want you police. But darling, the fearful thing, the way she's going on about having different strangers in her kitchen. Wow, you never know.
You never know. No, joking aside, you know, one day she could find herself in trouble, and God forbid that should happen. Thank you, little tiny darling.
Oh, thank you very much for having me up, sweetheart. But I just pop up and just have a little word with you. Thank you all to have me in. But I was disgusted last night because she was deliberately keeping that man in his flat, and he wanted to go, and she would not let him go. And then there was a conversation, I can't remember, don't quote me. They were on about babies and things like that. Will you saying something about, he said something about a baby, will you marry me or something? She goes, you what? And he kept
yeah. He was a bit eager, weren't he? They've only known each other for 3-4 hours, and he wanted to move that fast. Oh, love. Thank you.
The thing is, the reason why he can't go back to his country is because he is married, apparently, and he has got children, but he can't go back. He's not allowed to go back to his country. That's why he's got a special tag on him, because as soon as he tries to leave the company, it'll go beep, 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 and then have all the police around him.
Oh, okay then. Thank you, little tiny
darling. Thank you, darling. Love you. Thank you.
Oh, I love her, guys. Does everyone want to unmute? Because I'm running out of time. I'm so sorry, guys.
Miss Red. Reaching out to big creators for help with a story. So can I go last if you'll allow me to tell you my story?
Yeah, of course. Do you want, what's it regarding, darling?
My dog. I'm trying to save my dog's life.
Okay. What's wrong with the dog, babe?
So basically, I took him to Blue Cross, and he'd had an injury.
Yeah.
And they sent him home saying that he had just soft tissue inflammation. After 2 weeks, it hadn't got better. So I went back to Blue Cross. They said, okay, we should do an X-ray. They left him another week, and I took him back. He had the X-ray. They then said they can't see any damage at all as to what is wrong with him.
Yeah.
Guys, you really don't need to give me, please. You don't need to. I just want to get my story out here. So they said the X-ray, there was no they couldn't see any damage. But he could have an infection, so they sent him home for another 2 weeks with antibiotics and anti-inflammatories.
Okay.
I then took him back. It was still no better. It was really very swollen, and they basically said to me, oh, there's nothing more we can do. You need to have him put to sleep.
Oh.
So I said no, there was no way I was going to do that. So I went and I got a second and a third opinion from a private vet. Obviously, I'm on benefits, which is why I go to Blue Cross.
Yeah.
So when I went to the private vets, they asked me to get all my details sent over to them for them to have a look at. When they looked at it, sorry, I'm getting emotional. The second and third opinion both agreed that basically he had broken his hock, which is equivalent to our ankle. And he had also, the bone that comes down into the hock, he had a piece of bone missing.
Yeah.
And you can see on the x-rays all the shattered pieces of bone.
Yeah.
So Blue Cross found him, so he needs to have emergency surgery with an orthopedic specialist, where they break it, put a plate through it, and then he'll be perfectly fine. I did complain to Blue Cross. They came back and said to me at the end of the complaint that they can't help me because they don't have orthopedic surgeons. So I started a GoFundMe to do all this information is legit and on my page if anyone wants to go and read it. That's all I'm asking, is I'm asking for people to share my videos and everything for the GoFundMe and the x-rays and everything, so you can go and see it. I'm 100% legit. I'm just trying to save my dog's life, because if he doesn't have this surgery on his back paw, he will have to be put to sleep, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with him. We've had to buy him this special splint, which again you can see after I've took him out for the first time after like 2 months with a splint on. He was playing, enjoying life.
Miss Red,
basically,
sorry, I don't want to interrupt the lady, but weren't you on Andrew's live yesterday?
Yeah, I was, not the other day.
And Adam gave you advice to...
Yeah, I've put all the information up now, what he said. So I've put the PDSA, I've put all that up now onto my profile.
Yeah.
For people to see. I've managed to... The surgery originally started between 9,000 and 10,000. I've managed to get it down to 4,300 as the cheapest now. So my GoFundMe has actually gone down. I've altered the amount, but that 4,300. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
We're getting off topic.
Okay, Woodhill, thank you, darling. Okay, Stumpy, thank you so much for coming in and telling us. I'm really sorry about what you're going through. It's heartbreaking. Guys, obviously we've just heard a story about the dog, and to some of us, dogs are like children, you know.
Yeah, but I'm not being funny. I'm not saying anything, Miss Red, but the Ed on Zach yesterday, because he does a dog rescue, he gave her all the advice and said that you can reach out to so-and-so, come up with a payment plan, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I know, darling. I know, but you know what? If it was my dog, if it was like...
I know, but some of the story has changed. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Can I just say my bit and drop, please, because it's totally went off topic. I think that EQ definitely done it. I think Ems is an absolute rocket. Dave Durans is the man, and you do not too bad yourself, and that's me.
Thank you, Woodhill, darling. Have a fabulous day, love. Woodhill was short but sweet. He weren't even hanging around these ways. He thought, I'm not about it today with these women in the boxes, do you know what I mean? Let me speak now. Yeah, but guys, I do understand, you know, with animals, they're like our children, you know, and sometimes we just get desperate, do you know what I mean? We just want to... Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Hi, just Nana.
I just wanted to say about EQ, like, in my opinion, she says so much to so many, and she's never going to get cancelled, ever. And this is 100% here, and I do agree, like, because I'm not a fan of Laura either, but you do retaliate, and you do speak up, and the first thing that must have come to her head is, I want to hurt her, was like, what, she's just hurt me. So she said that. It's not right that she said it, but that's what's happened, isn't it?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, we're still not 100% sure if it was EQ's account. I know many people are convinced. I've got my opinions. But, you know, all the TikTok detectives will be working on this, and, you know, and however people see fit to, you know, support or whatever, it's up to the people, isn't it? Just not that.
And yeah, and also on the Ems thing, I just think she's going to get herself into so much trouble. Like, anything could have happened last night to her. anything.
Yeah, God forbid it should happen. I know me and Ems don't see eye to eye, but I wouldn't want anything to happen to her. Thank you, just Nana, darling.
All right, thank you, Miss Red. Bye.
Bye, love. Bye, guys. I'm sorry for rushing you. Hi, Auntie. Auntie? Do you want to unmute, darling? You've got a microphone button. You need to press it.
Hello, Miss Red.
Hello.
I'm in America, and on the M's thing, I just want to say, yesterday I celebrated 33 years in recovery.
Brilliant. Well done.
Thanks. One day at a time, baby girl. One day at a time. And if anybody has, wants to chat with me, give me a follow, DM me. I'll share my experience, strength, and hope in recovery. But yeah, I was like very concerned and about M's, but I know the behavior all too well. I did it back in the day. I hung out with questionable men, and it sometimes it was okay and sometimes it was not. And so yeah, that's sad. But the reason I came up was about the whole transphobic racism hate thing. And I just want to say that hate is not good. My Grams said, we don't hate. We can despise immensely, but we do not hate. And I just wonder about the human race, because we're, like I said, I'm in America.
The bloody
I follow a bunch of UK lot, and
Simon.
It's like, do we have to wait for the aliens to come and invade, or the zombie apocalypse, before we become the human race and come together and being I'm native, I'm a native person, indigenous person of Mexico, and it's like I pray every day that the human race there and be as one.
Guys, I'm so sorry. My Wi-Fi gone again. My Wi-Fi went. So I don't know what the lady says. She could have said anything. I could be cancelled for all I know. 40 seconds. Empty.
I don't know what the fuck is going. Dave,
I just want to say big up to the fucking aliens out there, man.
Turn your camera off, Dave.
Send me a follow.
What's been said, guys?
It's something about fucking aliens, babe.
Dave, turn your camera off right now.
What the fuck have I just watched, bro?
Aliens.
I mean, you want to give me a follow, man? I'll talk about the Australians, the Americans, and the fucking aliens.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.